we start.
Yes, we're ready.
I just really like that starting suit image, right?
It's nice.
And then if I need to do any editing, it's nice to have a buffer before things just start talking.
Oh, yeah.
I still have that video I have to edit with the shopkeeper. It's sitting on my desktop, so I know to do it, and I don't do it.
That's how to do it.
So, last
time on D&D.
We did things.
You did indeed do things.
And we also didn't do things, as in, we didn't do a trial.
Well, the trial happened. And
The trial happened, but we didn't do it.
We saved the wildlings, and they're not necessarily happy
So
They're like Klingons. It's like, how dare you deny me a death with honor?
no, what we did in their mind was we got them not killed right now, but instead killed later. Was what they thought it was. So basically,
You're welcome.
yeah.
Pretty much.
We went, walked around a little bit, came back from the weird cave with all the stuff in it,
Oh, yeah.
Hexen base. When we walked back into the city, I was stopped by the witch hunter captain, who we had a very brief conversation with. She dropped something about Pisces continually giving my mentor alcohol, which I thought to be weird. So I and Warwick went to go visit my mentor, and everyone else did other things. While we were meeting with my mentor, we convinced him to get off his ass and do stuff now, which led to conversation about how the trial's going to go, because if he gets Pisces removed, he's in charge, he's the judge, but they won't have a defense, but he could also just not do it, and then a third guy who was unbiased and impartial would do it. We decided to go and talk to the witch hunter captain, I then stopped being the judge, let Vitriol know, stopped being the defense, let Vitriol know so he'd be the judge. And we talked to the witch hunter captain about what her punishments were, while leading her on through the whole thing that Pisces was still going to be the judge. What did the rest of you do while me and Warwick were doing this?
Secured witnesses for the trial that we didn't have.
That's right, yeah. So everyone else, without knowing what was happening, continued on with the whole we're doing the trial plan. When it came to the trial, basically it went the way we talked about. They got 6 lashings each, 3 pieces of gold payment, and they were assigned an impossible task, which was making sure the shadows stopped stirring.
Yep.
Revos had a plan to demand that they stay execution as a ambassador of the Golden Ridge Mountains and offer to take the wildlings in as refugees, but thankfully they were found not guilty, and Revos just basically gave them a brand new car.
They weren't found not guilty. It was like, we don't want to kill you, so we're gonna go make you do this thing.
Yep, so they assigned the death sentence somewhere else.
And then Kelric ate a mutated chicken heart, and we ended the session.
Yes, I remember that. That was like the highlight of the session for me.
Is a chicken.
Like
Yes.
Revos, the rugged mountain man's like, Revos, you kill it. I'm like, no, it's looking at me funny. Fuck you.
Revos takes nothing from nobody, kills people all the time. Couldn't kill a chicken.
A demon chicken.
We don't know what demons are.
It looked like a demon.
looked like a demon. It had weird, wicked voodoo magic attached to it. It's like rather than like, nah, I don't need that black magic on me.
Then I ate its heart and liver, and then we made a stew out of the rest of it. And then I think we ended the session with whoever has really high passive walked into my room and saw that my body was being reconstructed or something. Thing.
Also, some form of transportation on its way for you guys.
Yeah, someone's sending us a boat.
It is a ship, thank you.
How are we getting to this ship? I don't think we've clarified where the ship's going.
Ship will go here, and then we just gotta get from the city to the ocean,
We just have to head south.
which there's a river. And I still want my boat. I still want my folding boat.
Sorry, it's not gonna happen. It's too bad we're in the Magic City and Sildor isn't here.
I know. But yeah, ship's gonna go to this river mouth because it's the closest to. It's got the best river to Kalahua, Calicanacus.
Elamoran?
Yeah, I think.
Telekinesis.
Kellam
I
Chameleon.
was just gonna.
Come.
Strikes.
Alright. So we have a week, right?
I think it takes roughly a week, yeah.
We had a week, but wasn't Hades already doing something? Like the chicken was part of the week. I don't know how long.
Yeah. So that was a day.
Day though, okay. Hesbjorn is spending a week making shit so that the whippings don't hurt as much.
He's making painkillers.
And
Yes, he is.
Tristane's just aiding Kelric and whatever the hell he's doing.
I made a weird ass chicken. I have other things to do before we leave.
Yeah, he's just giving the help action to whatever the hell you're doing for the week.
Now we're going shopping. That thing that you thought we were going to do when we first came here, we're doing it.
Yay.
Yas. Right. We jumping on the river. Gonna take a ferry down south.
I think that's the plan.
Rolling on a river.
Are we walking down the south? Are we riding horses down south? Are we...
I feel like
You know what?
whatever's faster.
Why don't you roll me an investigation as you guys kind of walk around the city, kind of gathering up how to even get there the quickest, you know, what merchants are doing and everything like that. Kelric is still reeling from the transformation and attempting to try to hide the various signs of it. So he really can't, you know, he's really not on the ball. He gets a
I
few
can do
rumors that
this.
yes, there are people heading down and other things. Warwick himself, he doesn't understand his newfangled technology of, you know, horses and carriages. He's wondering where the machines are. It's weird.
Alright.
New technology, horses and carriages.
It's up to Ravos because I was giving help to Kelric.
He was mostly busy with the jewel crafting, no?
That's true. He's doing that.
Rivas, why don't you roll investigation?
You can do it, Ravos.
All right.
Believe in
I
you.
wasn't going to because I figure everybody else knows urban cities better than I do.
I rolled 2 2s.
I rolled a
Caught up in
3.
the urban. Maybe it takes someone who has a mountaineer's experience. No, it
Nope.
doesn't.
Nope. No, it does not.
All right, Timmy, you can do it.
Oh, Timmy. Wait.
He's got this.
Who are we missing? Oh, no, wait. That's literally it.
You have Hesbjorn and
That's Bjorn and
Adriana.
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 I gotta start up the other computer and do it for her.
I rolled 2 2s. It's a great way to start this game.
Is Timmy doing it? No. Okay.
I'm pulling him up. It takes a minute.
I'm starting up the Roll20 to open up. The other one.
Nope, no one knows how the fuck to get out of this city.
I mean, Adriana probably would. Give her a minute.
the various levels of failure that everyone has just conducted. 5 minutes into this session. It does take you a lot longer. You guys eventually find yourselves onto like a covered wagon that is kind of heading south towards a small port city. Like a little port town. It's got small fishing vessels and rowboats. Probably someone there can definitely help you get onto the boat. And you guys begin traveling.
Ooh, traveling.
Yeah, down the river.
Traveling music. I'm gonna sing the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
Doom, 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 doomy, doomy, doom. Anyway, over the course of the next day and a half, because it like takes half a day.
Does
to get
Adriana
going.
do an investigation or no?
No, she's off doing her own stuff, I guess.
Okay, that's
She's
fair.
totally busy.
Adriana's not coming. Or leaving here.
You're leaving Adriana behind?
She's on her own.
You guys eventually make yourself to the port city of Nakal. Or port town of Nakal. It's a very minor establishment. You gotta think there's maybe a half dozen clustered houses across the docks that are built mostly of wood and piers. They kind of stretch out with small little fishing vessels, some little sailing ships, but most of them row out into the bay, and then they row back in, or they'll take a small sail to really go out any further. They're mostly coastal fishing.
This intrigues Revos.
Yes, it does. The only thing that stands out is this large galleon of obvious elvish make.
Gee, I wonder what that could be.
Where's like the really shitty dinghy? Where's Silver's boat?
I still can't find the name I wrote down for the ship like 2 months ago.
Jesus, Nex. I think I have a name. I don't think it's the name.
It has something to do with a Kraken. I just can't remember what.
Uh-oh. Is it not in the bio of either of them?
Oh no, I like wrote it down and then I cleaned because Lucy was coming.
It's Rake.
You what?
Rutgers Rake. I think that's the one that we got.
Was it?
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Oh, that was the old one. No, never mind.
It's an old boat and a new boat. Man, Silver's been busy.
Yeah, Silver has things.
Hey man, you kill the enemy on their ship, you take it. Now you got 2 ships.
New boat.
When I was running my nautical campaign, my party kept like killing the pirates and taking their ships, and eventually had a small fleet of ships because they kept stealing ships from pirates.
Ah yes, boat jumping.
If you're a pirate and you steal ships that you find.
What?
In Rebos' campaign. Well, eventually you guys get to a small town and unpack your things, and you can see that the town's kind of in a hurry. People are putting barrels and other things onto little ships. You can see that there's a kind of a couple dozen little crewmates that all look out of place in this small town, and they're more or less moving people about, buying supplies and stuff like that, and using the various vessels to row out to the ship to stock it.
Yay.
Stuff and things.
We standing around just staring at the ship? I can tell you about the ship if you'd like.
What? No, I'm gonna get on my
Rebos
ship.
is
I'm gonna walk
I mean,
up
like-
to my
Rebos
crew.
is going to inspect the area to see if there's any like fishermen around the docks and whatnot.
There are basically just fishermen everywhere
Brilliant.
you look.
I approach one and friendly say, "I'm a fisherman from the Golden Ridge Mountains. What is the prized fish here in this part of the land?"
He kind of looks up to you, goes, "Damn, you're tall." As he stands maybe about 5'6", and you stand like taller.
Or
Wait, Nex never did an investigation. That's what I was missing.
Giving help to Kelric for his double.
Oh. Got
My
that.
double twos, which became double nines.
Okay.
You're looking for a fish, though? What do you mean? Like, there's
Well-
eaten fish, there's bacon fish.
well, where I come from, usually we have a lot of fish called salmon and trout. What kind of fish do you catch here?
Oh, well, it don't really have a name. We call them reachers because, you know, the bay. Anyway, about the size of young tuna, 4 strong side fins, wide sail-like dorsal fin, huge powerful tail though. Soft smooth skin, smooth scales, usually gold, purple, or gray, or like pink.
Ooh,
Huh.
fancy fish.
Well, thank you for the information, mister, from one fisherman to another, and I flip over a gold coin, and I'm like, have a few whales on me.
He looks at it, goes, "Oh boy," and he picks up his fishing equipment that he was just stocking to get onto his boat and kind of starts taking it off to head to the pub instead.
Nice.
Yeah, he doesn't eat a freaking fish for a month.
Teach a man to fish.
Give a man a gold coin, he doesn't want to fish anymore.
Exactly.
Is this the boat we're going on, or do we want to continue
This is
standing
ship,
here?
damn it. You can put a boat on a ship, but you can't put a ship on a boat.
I don't. This is like the second time Keller's been on a boat or a ship, any sort of like seafaring vessel. Like, I don't know names.
I'm already talking to my crew. I'm just like, Daddy's home, boys. You know?
Well, Tristan left. We have to find new.
Tristan walks away, starts talking to some of these deckhands that like are actually kind of surprised. You know, they're happy to see him. They're not too surprised, but they definitely look like they haven't talked to him in a good long time.
Like all winter.
Hi, sir. Captain. The boat's being prepped. What can we do for you? You need a ride?
It would be nice to get on me ship.
Yeah, one gives like one of those dog loud whistles, like the dog wolf whistles or whatever they call them. You know, like one of them dad whistles. And they escort you guys to a ferry. Right? They'll take you out there. And we'll get the ship packed up before nightfall. We can sail then, or we can sail in the morning. Up to you, Captain.
Sooner we get out of here, the better.
Right, you heard him. And they give a loud whistle, and people start moving twice as fast. And
This particular
I'm
part of
going.
the continent. Let's go.
Yep. You guys go ahead, getting onto this little dinghy as the oarsmen, 2 of them, start rowing you out, and you can look upon the young king. Stained sails attest the age of the ship and its maintenance. There's no patchwork in the sail, but they are being mended as you approach. Deckhands working meticulously to keep the ship well maintained. As you row closer, 2 women leave over, meeting Tristan's eyes with a knowing smile, and quickly orders and yells to the deckhands to gather. They all look overboard, each giving a shout of greeting to their captain. The ship is ornate, elven in construction, and reinforced with bands of iron in case of being rammed. The galley is predominantly built with speed and maneuverability and mind over armor. And going aboard, the crew gives haughty greetings as they continue their work. Only the 2 sisters approach. One gives a delicate bow, and the other tosses a trifoil hat to Tristane, saying, "About damn time."
God, I missed this hat.
It's about time.
Yeah.
It's about damn time.
And I...
Oh,
Hold on, where is it?
are we now on the ship, or are we getting on the ship?
We are on my ship. And I hand the girls the sack I've been keeping my coins in. Which has like 1,000 coins in it. Tell them to put it away.
Yep. They toss the sack to a half-elven male that you've yet to meet, who gives a slight bow and walks below deck with it.
Wait, that Tristane has yet to meet?
Yeah, Tristane has yet to meet this man. He gives like a delicate bow, and he's basically almost... Hold on, I actually have a description for him before I try to remember off the top of my head.
It's a guy called Reynard?
Yes. He is exceptionally muscular looking for his slender stature, wearing a shirt and pants that bristle with maps, drawings, and papers, including other navigational materials. But those with good enough perception, like 15 or above, can catch a glimpse of a scar that kind of covers from his neck, and you can see that it's just might just go extend right down his back. But his eyes are jovial. They're very jovial, and, you know, he seems quite content and happy.
When you damn near get chopped in half, you gotta start living life, you know? That scar looks pretty good. That one's Janet, right? There's no name under her.
I did not recall their names, so I made names up. You tell me what they are.
I remember me calling the younger one Janet. I don't actually remember me giving a name to the older, or what name I gave her. See, Ruda works.
At least it's not a rude awakening.
I was gonna say, leaves room for a lot of dad jokes, so...
Damn it, Janet.
I hate you.
Who doesn't? Yep. Janet is the second daughter of Tristane.
Well,
Whereas
you
of
know.
modestly...
I said that they know of.
That they know of. Whereas a modest suit that's poorly maintained, has been washed nor laundered in quite some time, and has been in many activities that you can see are not meant for a suit. Her hair is raggedy and unkempt, and she seems to look past everyone as if focusing far off. Ruda, on the other hand, looks like she likes to keep people in check. Scarred, battle-earned, she is taller and stronger than most of the crew around, and her skin possesses many of the tattoos remarking on her accomplishments from various creatures of the sea or notable battles. Shoulder-length hair, and at her side, a set of flintlocks and a rapier. They both kind of stand and look to Tristane. So, what's the orders?
Let's get the hell out of here as soon as we're ready and head on back to wherever Sildor's hanging out.
Sounds good to us. And they carry on their merry way of getting the rest of the ship in tow.
So if anyone bothers to look up in the crow's nest, there's going to be 2 goblins up there.
I mean, it's gonna be a week. We'll probably spot them at one point.
Yeah, and then sooner or later you're going to see my cook, who's an orc.
Is this the same ship we were on when we were leaving that other city to go to that
Yes,
region?
I could not find another ship, nor did I want to build a ship.
No.
As
Visually,
someone
yes,
who's
different
literally in the
ship.
process of building several ships in Incarnate, I sympathize with you.
Exactly.
It's a nice ship, bro. I'll take
It is a nice elven ship.
Nice deck.
Nice deck. That's just awful. Well, what do you guys want to do? You guys got rest of the night to yourselves.
Do we have like rooms where we're sleeping, or are we just sprawling out on the deck?
There's crew quarters. I'm moving back into my cabin. Haha.
Warwick will just sit on the benches and shut down whenever he needs to.
Rebos is going to do what he normally does best and just kind of toss a line over the side.
But yeah, Hesbjorn and the donkey are not allowed below deck. That smell will stay there for months. So they're gonna have to stay up there.
You can sleep in a crow's nest.
That's where the goblins stay. They don't want it up
The same smell.
I feel like getting
Even
Agenda
they-
up there would be a challenge.
Getting Agneta up there would be a challenge.
Oof.
He can
No,
just
he
relo-
can just displace her.
and just relocate. Nope.
Could you imagine a freaking galleon like this pulling up into port and there's a freaking donkey in the crow's nest?
Yes, yeah, I can imagine.
I can actually imagine that.
Silly. Y'all are silly.
Yeah, when we were talking to Pisces about things in their natures, I was like, I got 2 goblins and an orc on my crew. The goblins are in the crow's nest because they fit there real nice, and the orc is my cook.
Orc's the-
Fuck yeah. Just imagine this big cook in like a small ship galley, right, bumping his head all over the fucking place.
Yes. Well, if no one's doing much, the ship will eventually set sail later that night and sail off into the darkness, where Reynard will eventually approach Tristane and give him a polite introduction. He bows before him and holds out his hand. Name's Reynard.
Why is my token still hurt?
I don't know.
It's a great question.
Click on it and do a long rest.
Let's fix it.
The donkey is also hurt. Hit dice attributes on Agneta is missing.
Did we long rest between the sessions?
Yes, you have many long rests.
There was
Cool.
you were able to do things in that, including long rest.
Yep. Raffles, while you were fishing, give me a nature roll.
Alright. Of course, I just now closed the fucking character sheet and roll 20.
It always happens
fucking
like
with me.
that.
Roll 20 always fucks with me when I actually have to make a roll, but it's like if I'm just like arbitrarily looking random shit up, it works fine. Nature.
Without getting a single nibble on the end of your, from your bit spearfishing, you didn't really hit anything. It probably goes to reason that this close to the port town of fishing, there's not going to be anything but small fish. Nothing worth catching out here.
Makes sense.
Especially since you're going in like the shadow of the ship, because that's the best place to hunt for fish. But Renard does come up to you, Tristane, and does a polite bow and goes, "Evening, sir. I am Renard." I am your bosun. I do your navigations, your technical support, and maintenance. I could do it all.
What happened to Carlos?
Carlos went overboard about a few weeks back.
Poor Carlos. He was a prick anyway.
Carlos was my father.
My comment stands.
He kind of like eyes you, and then he sighs. Anyway, I am the best navigator, probably in the last 300 years. If you need me, you let me know. We'll set sail wherever we need to go. We might encounter a storm along the way. I saw it brewing off in the distance already. The air kind of already taints with the smell of rain, if you can sense it.
I mean, I would imagine I could. Interesting. It's,
Roll perception.
It's sea related.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's get a 1.
It's sea related. Let's go.
Tristane, by the time you already reached the ship and gazed off into the distance, you could tell that there was one storm brewing. But his insight's pretty correct. Reynard did know of the same storm that you already kind of understood was coming. But, Captain, we are ready to set sail. By your orders.
Let's get us on out of here then.
Yep. In one sweeping motion, he kind of walks over to the ship wheel, hollers a few commands, and people start to tug on the sails, open them up. They all just fly open into the wind, and with one strong breeze, you guys catch and start to move along the way. So, you guys got quite a journey ahead of you. What would you like to do to keep yourself entertained on the ship?
I imagine Revos wants to fish.
I am ready and willing to make as many nature and survival rolls as necessary. Otherwise, Revos is very content experiencing fishing in a different part of the world.
Especially, Revos, I don't think you've ever seen it where the water eventually goes away so far that you're left on just water.
Yeah, it's horrifying and fascinating at the same time.
Fascinating.
And it's
Horrinating.
too salty to drink.
Oh, wow.
Silly.
Oh god, no! I just like fucking stubbed my toe on.
Why'd you do that?
Oh god, that's what I get for walking around my kitchen with like the weight scale on the floor. Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, that sucked.
Renard's interpretation, it might take you about a couple of days. With favorable winds and whatnot, you'll reach there about 5 days.
Good to be back on my ship. Got my
It
hat.
is. What does everyone else want to do?
I'm just gonna be the captain of my ship. Have fun, everybody.
Good luck, everybody else.
For the first
I mean-
part, but you can go first.
Warwick will just be observing people, seeing how they're moving around, seeing how they're working on the ship. And then after a while, he'll step up to offer help if necessary.
Roll intelligence.
Intelligence save or just straight intelligence?
Just intelligence. This is you kind of learning the way of the ship.
Oof. That's 2 2s. That's not
It's a
rolling well
different
this week.
mechanism entirely. Like you're more into metals and things moving on their own, but this isn't tools and instruments moving. This isn't like, gears moving and steam power and all that other stuff. This is people powered. And you can almost watch, and it takes you a while to really understand. Like, you spend a better part of a day really watching people. And when, you see, like, you could put your hand in somewhere to, you think, oh, they want, this will need to be tied up. Make a sleight of hand.
Okay. Jeez, I'm not rolling well.
You are not. You kind of like pinch the rope around your hand, and as it pulls taut, you can almost feel like it's straining before you get your finger out of the way. Before someone comes over, gives you a look, not impolite, but they start to show you, how to actually tie a half hitch knot in the sail. And, it gives you a couple of moments to show, like, how to actually tie it and get it secure and everything in its place before patting you, like, making sure that you do it yourself before moving on their own way to continue their work.
Cool.
Yep. In total, there are about 80 crewmates. There are no passengers. It seems like this is purely a ship meant for fighting rather than transporting goods and cargo. Though this still has a modest below deck. Various cannons and barrels of gunpowder line the side of the deck, which don't really go with the elven aesthetic, as elves typically stay away from those. But if it's useful, why not use it? And you guys move on your merry way. Tristan, you can move the token up to 50 miles if you'd like. If you want to go anywhere, it's up to you.
Ooh, okay, that's the thing. 51.
Close enough. It doesn't have to be exact. But you are slowly approaching. In the distance, you can see the clouds darkening as night begins to fall. The storm will hit soon. Is there anything you wanted to do?
Yeah, make sure everything's secure down below.
The Renard will look at you and say, do you want to just tie up for the night and wait for the storm to blow over before we continue? We'll lose some time, but it could be safer. We'd be at the mercy of the elements, though.
No, Tristane's not one to be just sitting around. We're gonna punch through.
As you wish, sir. He quickly gives out a few calls to, button down everything and, ply all the hatches and really secure the vessel below. Would you like to assign a storm watch? We can keep a skeleton crew above deck. That way we can minimize losses should it come to it.
We'll get the storm watch prepared. And, Ravos.
Sorry, what was that?
Tristane's addressing you. Ravos, my pal, you might want to rest up. I'd like your muscles at full strength when the storm hits.
Ravos is just kind of looking around, trying to keep his shit together. He's kind of looking out on the horizon as, like, the land from the north just kind of, like, is not really even in view anymore. It's like, yeah, definitely. I'll go below decks and, relax for a bit.
Alright. Calric. Do you have Copper keep an eye on that storm for me?
Or do you want to, keep an eye on? If it gets worse, it's gonna get closer.
Oh, it's gonna get closer. I'd like a timing.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Warwick.
Yes, what is up?
I toss him a sextant. Play with this.
Thank you. Do I roll an intelligence check to see if I know what to do with it?
I would think so, right? Present?
It's a sextant.
Yep, roll me a d20 plus your intelligence. It doesn't take
Decently
too
okay
much, and Renard kind of gives you a look, kind of like almost cocky, like as you fiddle and toy with it, he kind of almost turns his nose up at you. But you figure out well enough that, you know, if you point at the sun at a certain time of day, you can measure at least the latitude of where you are.
Right.
And given some help with Hughesbjorn, you get a relative position of where you are actually on the ocean or on the bay. But one thing does come to mind is how you can measure the latitude, but without a second reference point, you could be anywhere from over here to like over here. And it kind of befuddles you a little bit to wonder how exactly do you know where you are. You kind of guess, well, if you just sail east to west, that's one thing, because you can just stay at the same latitude.
Right.
Doesn't matter where you are longitudinally. But if you're sailing north to south, it's almost like guesswork using the sextant. AKA, you don't know how to use navigator tools.
I got it. Which is weird because I should be able to actually. Wait, is it actually a tool like navigator tools?
It is a part of a navigating tool set.
So then I should get tool expertise, which gives me
Artificer. I forgot that.
what?
You're an artificer.
Yeah, so that doubles my proficiency, which means that it's an 18 intelligence check.
Mm-hmm. Given a little bit of profound insight as you do realize, you know, measuring left to right, if you got the relative speed the ship is going, which, you know, would just be to measure how many knots it's going, you actually could time it. And using your inner clockwork and knowing the own rhythm and, you know, speed of your own, like, pacing, you're actually relatively certain that you could triangulate exactly where you are using your own clockwork inside, plus the sextant.
Nice. I will help this to help navigation, I assume?
Oh, I just wanted to give you something to do, but it was a toy.
Oh, okay.
He just gave you a toy. Here, play with this.
Robot guy who likes tools. Check this out.
Here.
Fair.
He just wants you to get some sextant.
Hey.
That was a terrible joke, thank you.
It was.
But as the night approaches, you slowly can hear the wind picking up, the storm on the horizon kind of crackling with lightning and thunder, as people are starting to be ordered to go below deck and lock up for the night.
Except his Bjorn. He has to stay on top.
You're gonna make Hughesbjorn and Agneta stay on deck?
They don't get to go below deck. The smell will stay there for months.
I feel like we should do something because they're gonna get like knocked overboard. And he's not here.
Wait, he'll be fine. He'll just be chilling on deck. As the wind picks up and the music.
We doing anything for the rest of the day?
I was like below deck messing around with something like most of the day until Tristan came and got me. So I'm down a 4th level spell slot.
Neat.
So don't start combat, guys.
I mean, I'm doing captain stuff.
Night approaches, and all but like 6 sailors on top the deck remain. People just there as the storm kind of starts to hit. They're wrapped in like more rain-proof clothing. Just kind of keeping everything tip-top and taut, making sure that the sails don't come loose while you guys trudge on straight ahead into the storm.
Onward.
Onward we go.
Only your second day in on a night when suddenly Renard calls out to bunker down below the decks, assigning a few to stand atop for storm watch. On the horizon, the clouds gather, thunder rolling across the choppy, watery sea. Within hours, the storm hits the ship, and the ocean froths with activity. As waves batter against it, I need everyone to make me a DC Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, but I do not eat. So, I mean, I assume that you meant to be nauseous?
Yeah, is this us throwing up? What is this against?
You still need to save it.
Yeah, Warwick.
Really?
Warwick's
Yeah.
trying to boil and bowl.
You're still part living, man. You wanted
I
this.
don't eat, I don't drink, I don't breathe. I'm immune to disease.
It's called
Yes.
Draggy.
It's fine.
Advantage against saving throws against poison.
I'll give you advantage because of it.
It's called dry heat. And Lexi's not here, so I'm safer to say that.
Well, next, with a 9, you still save the DC for sailors.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother you as much, but it has been... You have your land legs still, so you are, like, stumbling a little bit around as you make your way. Kelric,
Way too long.
you're not... I think you're mostly land?
Yes.
Yeah, it causes you, the churning of the sea and just being rocked back and forth. For the first few minutes is one thing. For 10 minutes is another. And then for 15 minutes you're feeling just waves of nausea rise and flow over you.
I'm gonna lay down.
Cast projectile.
I mean, I could cast Control Water and give us like a 100 by 100 cube of just no waves, but that feels like a lot of work. And my other almost fell slot.
If it would help us get through the storm faster, it'd be better for everyone.
I don't know. It only lasts for 10 minutes, so I don't think it let us get through it any faster. We get 10 minutes of peace, then the ship show will start again. So
Could save it in case a wave bigger than the ship shows up.
yeah, I'm going to lay down, and if I lay down for more than an hour, I get a short rest. So I'm laying down. Come get me when ship starts. Or Copper will yell at me.
You guys kind of bunker down the hatches, kind of like, get into the bunks and whatnot, and you're just kind of rolling back and forth, side to side. Most people, you notice, are literally sound asleep through the entire thing. Like, it does not bother them in the least. But even for Warwick and Revos, it's unnerving to realize that there's maybe thousands of feet of water beneath you.
Thousands
And
of feet
you
of
are-
water beneath me and miles to the
Before you
sides.
can even get to land.
Warwick doesn't breathe, so what's going to happen is Warwick's going to sink to the bottom and then have to walk across the ocean in a direction to see where he is.
Yep.
And the goblins are having a grand old time in the crow's nest.
Oh, the goblins have absolutely terrible time as the wind and rain reducing all vision to a couple dozen feet. The roaring storm extinguishes traces of lights atop the deck, blowing out candles right below the deck, as the wind just kind of sweeps through, chilling the air. Several lanterns are lit as the hull is reinforced and sealed from the storm above. Did it just all suddenly grow quiet? The fuck?
Yeah, right?
Okay. It went quiet.
Oh, I remember. I don't have this on loop. There we go.
Silly.
Everything went quiet. Everybody get ready with the fight.
I'm gonna cast light on a bauble that's at the head of the ship. And give it to Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah, the Rudolph. The light in front.
Yeah. As the storm batters and strikes the ship, there's a large cracking from above the deck. The voice, almost drowned by the intense storm, calls out for help. As above deck, many of the fastenings have come loose, barrels of equipment roll freely, and some of the onboard deckhands work to hoist themselves back onto the ship as it almost careens and capsizes.
Revos, I need your jackiness.
I will
Need my
everyone
wetness?
to roll
Your
initiative.
your strength.
Ah, yes, I can. Revos heave.
Roll initiative.
Oh god.
Roll initiative.
This is a skill challenge. I was reading up about it. If you fail, there are actual deadly consequences.
I have a 9.
Isn't this
Do I roll as well? Oh, I think it
Yes.
in this one I was doing
Hold on, where is...
Yes.
Uh, there he is, okay. Now, roll initiative.
Jesus. I'm glad that the only time I'm doing something, it's like, I'm going to just show Renard on the turn order. That's odd. I don't like that. Give me 1 second to roll this.
there voices
Roll.
in this scene music?
Yeah, that's the deckhands. And roll this. And we will start the top of the turn order. Renard would be the one who screamed. Adriana, I'm not sure what she would be doing. Actually, I'm going to remove her for this. Revos, you're up. There's a call to help from above.
Call to, like above, meaning like above deck, or
On
like
deck,
in
yeah.
the crow's nest. All right, Revos will go up on deck and report for duty, I guess.
Around you, you can see barrels are kind of being tipped and, you know, kind of rolling across. One of the cannons has actually come loose and is just kind of rocking back and forth. You can see one of the sails has come also loose. It's tied down kind of, and it's just flapping dangerously in the wind, as many of the ropes on deck are just kind of being battered all around, being whipped by the storm themselves. As the boat dangerously rocks side to side, waves battering against it. As Renard tries to grab hold of the wheel and kind of almost steady the boat against the storm.
Revos being very, very far from even being able to be called an inexperienced seaman, basically goes, what do I do? I don't know these big sail canoes.
Were there people that were like hanging off, or is it just a shit rolling
Revos, as you're kind of looking around, Renard calls out, "Get this cannon down before she careens into someone," as you see it kind of pop loose off its track and starts heading towards two sailors trying to tie down one of the ropes.
All right, so Revos will charge and attempt to do his best defensive lineman stance as he heads for one of the cannons. I'm not really sure where they are on the map, but
It's
theater in mind.
figure of imagination.
Gotcha. Yeah, so Revos will attempt go to the nearest swaying, rocking cannon and attempt to defensive lineman it.
Roll the athletics as you go to catch it with your teeth.
What?
That's a joke.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah, I could totally do it with my teeth if I wanted to.
Revos,
With a
you
roll
kind
like
of
that.
brace yourself as the cannon comes careening towards you and impacts into you for 7 damage as it like batters up against you and starts to move you back. You like putting you gripping onto the deck with your feet and everything. You eventually like feel yourself catch onto like just some ropes and other things. And you kind of like slow it down before you eventually like honestly grapple it back and start to push it back towards its tracks. Tristane.
Run over, help Ray host the cannon.
Alright. I need you to roll athletics as well.
Hey,
Wow.
shit.
2 natural 20s.
Hey, we're off to a
Tristane.
really strong start.
Instead of just pushing with the cannon, you grab the chain that came loose, and you kind of, as Revels is getting close, you wrap it around and you give it that yank as you start to help him pull it in, inch by careful inch back into its tracks. As you guys can hear the lightning suddenly crackle and strike. Let's see, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can I be a natural lightning rod?
You want to be a natural lightning rod?
Yes.
Roll me Arcana, as you can sense it. Oh, yeah, roll me Arcana. Okay.
I also have resistance against lightning attacks, thanks to my armor.
Fucking Uncle
Okay,
Alvaro.
so you are
Fish.
lucky. I rolled 1d8 lightning, so only 1d12 lightning damage will be struck to you, as you take 6 lightning damage.
Is that already halved?
No.
Because I have the what's it called? The
halves.
armor. The thumb steel armor.
Yep, then it halves.
Cool. So I only take 3 damage.
Yep, but it's 1d8, 1d12 damage. Just letting
do you-
you know that you got the weakest bolt of lightning that could be rolled.
Okay. Oh, as in it could have been 88, 80-12.
Yep.
Nice.
Xerthus. Are you staying below deck, or are you going above?
I don't think I can do anything here. I'm weak as shit, so I'm just gonna stay down here. Listen,
If you have magic that can, like, root things, that'd be nice.
what do you mean by not on a boat? Let me know.
Horse? Why do they have a horse sound in this thing?
I'm so if you have a horse sound in this.
Sometimes there are horses on the board.
I can give people like water breathing, but like that takes a little bit.
What if you make Copper jacked, and then he can help?
Let me take a look at stuff. Yeah, what seems to be going wrong upstairs? Presents? I will like walk up to the stairs.
Roll perception.
Cool. 8.
Thing that catches your eye, and probably no one else noticed except for when you poked your head up above deck, is there was a muffled cry to your right, and as you turn over to look towards the side of the deck, there's no one there.
Yay! Let's do this because I'm bored. I go to the right. What fell over? Presents.
As you look, you can see a man being quickly swept away by the currents. One of the deckhands fell overboard.
So, I don't have a token for this because I didn't talk to you beforehand, but we'll throw with it for now. Copper flies after him, dives into the water. As he dives, I cast a summon elemental and make Copper a water elemental. He just can like grab him, and pull him up onto the surface because I can't like bring him back into the boat yet. That's like next turn.
Have Copper roll athletics or acrobatics, as the guy doesn't know what the fuck you're doing, as this creature suddenly emerges from the water beneath him, and he is panicked.
Let me pull out the stats because I need these to.
You have to be a 21.
Okay.
He is very athletic at this point. He is struggling for his life.
That sailor's dead.
11. Nope.
As Copper tries to grab hold of him, he like splashes and kicks at the
Water.
infused water elemental Copper and kind of pushes himself further and further away, but also trying to get towards the boat as he lets out these loud cries, but even over all of it, no one notices except for Xerthus.
We know people gets within 30 feet.
Yep, well there. As lightning struck you,
Yeah, So, quick question: will mirror image work on the lightning strikes if I take them again?
Probably not. It strikes true.
Okay, then I will just. Where can I stand to make myself as big of a lightning rod as possible?
Crow's nest.
Then I will climb into the crows. Well, okay, hold on. That's not probably a very good idea for me right now. Anywhere else that I could stand that's better?
Front of the ship or back of the ship. I'm going to take it as anywhere you stand.
Mm-hmm.
If the lightning strikes in that area, it's going to be guided towards you.
Where are the most people? Is it what I can see right now, or?
Sort of. I will say that there are... Here, we'll do this. There's one sailor out here. There's the two that Revos broke the cannon with Tristane as they're tying up the cannon. Renar's by the wheel. Zerthis is over here. Hughes, Bjorn, and Agneta were up here enjoying a nap as best they could because they're not allowed below deck.
Yeah. Okay, so
Also
then
needed.
this area is probably the best to take. If I stand here, do I also take it for Renard? Because I don't want him, like, the one sailing the ship right now.
No, I get it. I'm not going to be measuring things like that. It's mostly up in the air.
Yeah,
Let me
so
get
the
the
ones up
two.
front will just... they'll be unfortunate. So will the goblins, and I'll just take it for my party members, Reynard, and the two over here.
Yeah. There's actually going to be two crow's nests because that's better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. You'll go ahead and set yourself up to be that.
Oh, and then can I go? What is it again? Defensive stance or something like that, or
Dodge.
Dodge.
I'll take dodge as in the not dodge.
what do you mean?
So dodge, instead of trying to avoid the lightning strikes, you are trying
Yeah.
to get hit by the lightning.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Like, in my opinion, if you wanted to be hit by an enemy, I assume you could take a stance of, like, taunt, and
Pretty
taunt
much.
just gives them advantage instead of giving them a disadvantage.
Yeah. I just want to be the one pulling the lightning towards me as
Actually,
much as possible.
fuck, that's actually a really good idea. Because I know people are like, oh, I want to roll Intimidate. It's like, why don't you just go Taunt? They get advantage against you. So they're more likely to want to hit the easy target. Damn, I'm smart.
I've always wanted there to be some kind of like taunt ability for the tanky guy. You know, like
I agree.
everyone has to aim him. He's the tank.
Why I have, that's why I'm Spirit Guardian. It's like, you don't have to attack me, but if you try to attack anybody else, you're kind of wasting your turn.
Hillsbjorn kind of runs up to ask Renard what the fuck he can do. Renard will just tell him to go assist others, and then he'll make his full movement to get to the deck, along with Agneta. Renard will attempt to get the ship under control, because it's still careening out of control.
Oh,
A natural one, as the whole wheel just suddenly rocks and batters against him as he takes 2d10 damage.
But he gets
Every time you guys fail a skill, you'll take damage, is how I'm rolling with it. You're fighting
Wait.
the elements.
Then why did I take damage?
Ooh.
Because you caught a cannon going almost like full speed.
Oh, okay.
that
That
kinda
was the
makes
only
sense.
one that like was doing an attack roll, and then you intercept it. Revos, with the cannon getting secured down, Tristane looking like he can handle the very last bit. Roll me perception.
Alright, let's have roll 20 load my character sheet again.
Why do you close it? Just double click the name and it minimizes.
I do, but for some reason, like, it still
Okay,
goes
that's
away.
weird.
like a 50-50 chance either it minimizes or it completely goes away.
I've actually
Or like
noticed
it'll
that.
minimize and then like I'll go to it like 5 minutes later and it's not there. It's weird.
That's weird.
Rebels, looking around, you can see one of the sails has come loose, and people are trying to grab at the rope to like get it back under control, and then you see it threatening basically to tear in the winds. Someone's going to need to climb up and actually retie it down before the sails themselves rip to shreds.
Right. Sails, I don't know exactly. I understand the basic principle of a sail, but this is a huge, huge boat. But I think I kind of have the gist of what everyone's freaking out about. I'm going to attempt to maneuver myself up the rigging and tie down the things that need to be tied down.
All right, roll. As you make your way over to the sails up in the front, you can see these two gentlemen are kind of trying to tie it down. Roll me athletics to try to grab it. No, sleight of hand it is, but natural 20 is natural 20 because Revos.
Twice in a row.
Nice.
Revos is, athletic as fuck. You grab it, eventually getting it down, and just you even holding the sails enough. The other two men grab on with you, and one starts to tug and yank at it, starting to tie it down as it keeps battering up against the wind. Tristane.
Did I finish the cannon?
Yeah. With your help, you and Ruffles tied the cannon down. You give me a quick sleight of hand as you lock it into place and tie it off. Just don't natural one.
Shit.
Yeah. It's almost secondhand nature as you're tying it down. Roll perception as your head just looks up while you're still tying it down. As the sail, you can see as you kind of look up the sudden blinding flash as lightning strikes the crow's nest.
Which one?
You see the goblin. This one. You see the goblin hanging there. Just limply hanging off the crow's nest as he kind of teeters left and right in the winds and the waves.
Uh-oh. That's my favorite goblin.
Yeah, that's D. The other one's dumb.
I'll throw a Cure Wounds at him.
Alright. You healed him 5 times the amount of health he had.
He only has that much. He only has 2 health.
Do I see people's positions, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
more or less.
Do I see Zerthus half hanging over the side of the ship?
With a 12 perception, I'll say yeah. You see that.
Probably pretty easy to see.
I'm gonna go over here find out what the fuck's going on.
I mean, I can get him up here if you want to grab him.
Tristane, roll perception as you look out as, he says you're getting someone, so you have to find a man overboard. It's not easy to spot. In fact, even looking out there of the dark waves, the white foam, and just a rain battering against your face, you having to blink away every droplet, you cannot get a good sight of him. And Copper seems to be blending in very well with the water, so you don't even see Copper.
Dang. I'm still gonna yell man overboard anyway.
Yeah, you yell man overboard, and the rest of the people are tying things down and getting other things going and done. Zerthus.
Is he within 30 feet of me? Because I'm up for bad ideas.
He's within about 30 feet now. He's trying to swim back to the boat, but he is losing distance.
Yeah, so I trust Copper with my life. I wonder if he's willing to be saved. Can I use benign transposition to switch our positions?
He feels magic compelling him to do something.
I will. Before I do it, I'm trying to help you, kid.
A roll performance to shout over the storm.
Hey, I rolled good.
Once your voice rings out, and as you're like yelling for him to be like, relax, I got you, and he feels the magic on him, he kind of does relax a little bit as you grip hold with a benign transposition. He plops down wet on the deck, coughing up water.
And I just grab onto Copper as Copper keeps me above the waves because he has a swim speed.
Yep. Huh?
Since it's familiar, he knows exactly where he is at all times.
Well, Copper can see me, so
Yeah.
just waiting for the sea creatures to come and kill me. Next round.
Has there been no lightning strike? Damn.
This time there was not a lightning strike.
I mean, there's the one that hit the poor goblin.
Okay, so quick question. Normally, absorb elements is a reaction. Can I do it preemptively?
In this situation, sure.
Because
Roll
then I can
nature.
still... Okay, because then I can still use my reaction for Flash of Genius in a bit. Roll nature?
Mm-hmm. Damn, man.
23.
As you kind of focus onto the elements around you, you reach your hand up and basically almost you
Call
align-
lightning.
Yeah, you basically call lightning, but you're aligning like the molecules in the air and stuff like that, and just the weaves of magic to make it easy for lightning to strike down. And it rolls.
So I'll also use absorb elements then.
19 lightning damage.
So that's halved and then halved again, because I have double resistance.
So 19 goes to 9, 9 goes to 5.
Yes. Wow. I just resisted 14 lightning damage.
Now you feel like Revos.
Yeah.
It's nice to take all of the damage, but not take any of the damage.
I know, right? So great.
Hyoziborn will make me perception. And he runs below deck
That's fair.
with Ignita. Reynard. Come on, Reynard. Show off that you're good at this. Hey!
I will also use Flash of Genius, so he adds a 5 to this.
Perfect. He grabs back at the steering wheel, or the ship wheel, and he kind of hauls it. You can feel the whole boat creaking back up. You can feel it, like the forces of the boat as it kind of gets back into alignment. The rudder and everything kind of realigning itself as the sails catch once more. You guys start to move forward through the storm. Renard kind of pulling out a small instrument to kind of align himself with the front of the vessel's light, and starts to turn the ship towards the left. You're not sure exactly why, but he is moving the ship in a general direction now, with purpose.
Nice.
Revos, the sails are being tied down. I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Oakley dokily. Well,
For once,
it was good while it lasted.
yep, for once you feel your strength give for 1 second as the rope just slides right through your hand, across your back through your other hand, where you were just like holding it around yourself. You can feel just the sheer rope burn strike alongside you. As you take 12 damage from the lashing burns the rope inflicted on your skin. Probably would have torn lesser men asunder, but you held on. But you still grip the rope as the sailors kind of give a little hoist to pull it back into a line. And they give you a shout, "Just hold it! We almost got it!" Tristane.
Jesus Christ, that last kid.
Okay, so this dude's on the ship now, and now Xerthus is in the water.
Yes.
You okay out there, Zerthus?
I mean, can't Zerthus fly?
What? Yeah,
Don't you have fly as a spell?
I totally do. But I'm weak as shit, so I didn't think I could pull somebody out of the water.
No, I get it, but you're in the water alone now.
No, Copper's here. Copper's a water elephant. Copper's a giant water snake.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking. Are you okay out there, buddy?
I don't know, can I hear you?
Performance, Tristane.
Oh boy, something charisma me.
Ooh.
Fucking
Your
sailor.
voice carries out
All
to
Two
Zerthus.
18s.
All those goddamn like single-digit nature rolls on land finally coming back. You know?
Now you're rolling all the shit.
So thematic.
It's so perfect.
It is very, very thematic.
Zerthus, you hear a voice calling out Tristane from the ship asking if you're okay.
It's cold.
It's cold. That's all you say.
I don't know. There's nothing trying to eat me right now, so...
Like, like, depending on what you say depends on what I'm gonna do. I'm either gonna try to help you or go see what else is going on. So what are you gonna say?
I'm good.
Okay. What else is going on with the ship?
Perception. As you're kind of
They
turned
come up.
around, yeah, the waves suddenly batter at the ship. I need everyone on board and Zerthus to roll me strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics.
It was good while it lasted.
Just waiting on the Warwick.
And there's the good rolls.
I'm already in the water, so the rest of you are on your own.
Yes, they are on their own. Warwick. Good job, Bernard. I'll wait on Warwick for a second, but everyone who got a 12 and below, so Revos, Kelrick, you suddenly feel yourself being lifted, and you can see the side of the bow of the ship, and then you actually can see over top of it as the wave lifts you up, and then careens you right into the side of it.
Ow.
Yep.
I'm back at the ship.
Kelrick takes 23, since he failed by 5 or more.
Copper's still here.
Yay. Tristane, you are fine. You steady yourself pretty well. Renard also steadies himself, but Revos, you feel yourself as the ship suddenly, like, tilts, like almost a 10-degree pitch. You just feel your legs give out, and you fall onto your back as the rope flies off your hands. You take a 2d10. Take a 10 damage. And it will go to Zerthus, who is now sufficiently battered.
Oh.
Get up here, damn it.
Cool. Third level spell slot, cast fly on myself. Copper becomes tiny again. And I get onto the boat with 120 feet of movement. So I'm gonna dash just to make sure I get up there.
Alright. Make me, You're gonna try to land on the boat?
Yeah, like,
Make me a dex saving throw, since you are flying in a storm with winds buffeting. You do just fine. It's not the most graceful of landings, but you do, like, you know, stand on there and you, like, let yourself down and skitter a little bit before you stay standing. It's fine.
8 out of 10 landing guys.
Yeah, it's 8 out of 10. Sounds good. And then I will roll this.
The way I'm picturing it in my mind is like Revos is launched into the air as the bow dips down and like the flying theme from Final Fantasy starts playing for like several seconds until like Revos crashes back down into the floor.
Yeah. You definitely feel a box splintering underneath you as you crush something, but you get yourself back up onto your... You will get yourself back up onto your feet to attempt to tie the sails down. But Xerxes, to get back on the boat, what would you like to do?
I don't know. I don't have what looks to be wrong.
I mean, you just saw Revos get whipped up and slam back down as the sails are buffeting in the wind.
I don't have strength, so that seems like a not me problem. I don't know. Other than the sails.
Perception. You do hear people shouting below deck something about the hull being cracked.
God damn it. Well, I still have movement speed, so I will get into the hole, get to the stairs, and drop a concentration on fly.
Yeah. People are shouting and yelling for people to fetch shims and tar and patch sealants and the like, as you watch several small spouts of water from where boards have cracked under the last wave.
How big are these holes?
They're about circular, about like, half an inch. They're really not that huge.
Wow. I could just cast Mending repeatedly.
Yeah, you could cast Mending.
Taking a look at everything else I can do just to make sure it's not like a better option.
People are grabbing shims and stuffing wood in there and putting tar into it to kind of block the water.
Oh, I just walk up and cast Mending and repair like parts of it.
All right, roll Arcana because you are trying to hastily cast Mending, which is 1 minute. As you kind of go up to one of the holes and a spout of cold water just blows across your face, and you're already kind of shivering from the water that you've been spending your time in. The magic doesn't seem to quite take hold as you watch slowly the pieces are slowly knitting themselves together. It's going to take a little while, but you'll do it.
Fabricate takes 10 minutes. I'm not going to try that. That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, it realized how bad of an idea it was once you rolled a 1. Warwick. But Warwick? I hear an Alexia who sounds like a chipmunk.
This time for cheer.
Do you have a voice changer on there?
No, is it better now?
I hear a better voice.
Nice. Alright, so it should be fixed now, right?
Yep, Warwick, a wave had buffeted the ship. I need you to roll a athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics.
Choose the better one.
You saved just barely. It was a 13.
Nice.
So you keep your footing and aren't slammed into the deck like the other two were. What would you like to do?
So I saw someone cast Mending. Can we do that, even though it's a minute long?
If you roll Arcana, you can just try to seal the holes below deck. But
Oh, I have to go below deck to do that. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm better use up here as a lightning rod still, and giving people inspiration. Do I think that a lightning strike, like feeling the with the nature roll that I had, or do I have to roll a new nature?
new nature.
Okay. If it's
You're
gonna
trying to
strike me,
predict
yeah.
lightning strikes.
Yeah, that's true. 20?
Yeah. You feel it coming from over here,
From over, sorry, where?
on the opposite side.
Left or right? Hold on.
To the left, on the other side.
I will
You'll
run
have to
over there.
reposition yourself. Yeah. I'll let you get yourself over there. and you kind of feel, you can almost feel like the electricity in the thought armor that you have on you, kind of all aligning itself like a conduit to basically tether lightning from any point on you straight to the ground, like these magical opening channels, and they all slowly guide themselves towards the sky. You feel it, the energies coalescing.
Okay.
If you would like, you can raise your hand and make it strike immediately, or you can wait until it strikes.
It'll be safer for the rest if I make it strike me.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
If I make it strike immediately, so I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll just cast absorb elements.
Yeah, good thing you're doing that.
Oof.
I rolled maximum. You take
God.
56, which gets translated to 27, which gets translated to 14.
No, 28.
28 to 14, you're
Which
correct.
still goes to 14.
The math worked out in the end. I just had the wrong middle number.
Oh my god.
So I only take 14 damage.
Yep.
Because I have double resistance.
Fuck.
That's
Yeah,
why I'm
lucky.
doing this, because I take a quarter damage from lightning.
Yeah, otherwise it strikes a random person on the ship.
Yeah. And it might strike a random person for 56 damage.
Well, not me. I'm not on the ship. Look.
You're below deck.
You're
right?
below deck. You've been helping out Hughes, Bjorn, and them repairing the hull.
Nice.
Renard will try to keep the ship in balance. Once again, doing his best. He succeeds.
Nice.
You guys could kind of slowly feeling him pulling the way as, you can almost see at the edge the rainstorm lessening up ahead as he steers you towards it. Revos. Having picking yourself up off the deck.
Rebels?
Yes.
Yep. Picked yourself up off the deck, but the rope is still flailing in the air, and you can see where the sail has been torn in several parts now.
I will attempt to re-grab the rope and steady it.
Yep. Roll me athletics.
Damn, what a skill.
I will give him Flash of Genius as well, because it looks like it's very important.
Yep, you go ahead, you grapple the rope once more, pulling it as the two sailors behind you start to retie it down. With the winds lessening, it's a little bit easier.
What these enemies?
They're not enemies. They're goblins. They're in the crow's nest.
Yeah, I have 2 goblins and I got an orc. Part of my crew.
Got an orc as his chef.
Nice.
Tristane.
Alright.
The most you can see is the sail being tied down by Revos. People are back up on the ship.
What's going on?
Hughes, Bjorn, and them had run below deck that you noticed, following something that was heard there. You could definitely have seen the flash of recognition on his face of going to help rather than just going to retreat from the storm.
Alright, well, only 1 or 2 things that would happen below deck. Someone got hit by a barrel or there's water. And, I'm not a carpenter. So, who looks more like shit, Ravos or Warwick?
Warwick looks kind of fine. Revos also kind of looks fine.
I'm also fine.
Xerthus also looks like they all look like they're at half health.
I'm in
That's a little bit above.
I'm in the hole, so you can't see me.
Xerthus is downstairs.
Oh yeah, Xerthus went downstairs as well.
Well, Warwick's being a lightning rod. So, I'm gonna do the thing.
Shouldn't have rolled so far.
Warwick, you feel magical healing start to mend your composite skins,
Cool.
healing you back up for 11 health.
That was a shit roll there. Or was the other one just a great roll?
I don't know. The other was a great roll.
This is okay, 11. It's a 3 and a 6.
Xerthus?
That's it. Zerthus turns around, brings his hands up, and slaps the floor. As I cast Control Water and make it so the waves are like normal.
Okay, my level 1 Cure Wounds was a max roll.
Control water is how much water?
So it's 200 by 200 foot cube. So basically the ship. It keeps it so we're like the normal weather water for winds. So I can't do anything about the wind, but the waves will be hitting the goddamn boating.
Like, I also move away from the friggin' edge.
Any freestanding water?
This is technically freestanding.
Yeah.
Man, that would really suck if you like couldn't use this like actual bodies of water.
Okay. The water suddenly grows calm and still around the ship as it zips through it, cutting like scissors on silk.
Sweet.
Zerthus spending the energy and focusing. The water still is coming in and splashing you on the face, but it's only an annoyance rather than anything else.
Yeah, this gives you guys 10 minutes. Let's do other things.
Yep. With the rocking of the boat stopping, Warwick, what would you like to do?
I'll do another nature roll. Oof.
It befuddles you. The lightning seems to be taking several paths toward the ship, almost testing, like looking at parts of it, wondering which place is best to strike.
Since I don't know
if it had a
exactly
mind.
where it will strike, I will head back because I think Reynard is the most important one.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to cover him.
Okay. We will go to Reynard as the winds have slowly started to die down. He twists it once more, and you can feel the thunderstorm almost coming off behind you as he starts to sail out with only tattered cloth or tattered sails from Revos's end. But other than that, everything seems more or less to calm down. The deckhands below start to mend and patch up the holes as you guys go past the worst of the storm, heading just into general rain and weather rather than the powerful storm that you just went through.
Then if I see that the lightnings will no longer strike, Warwick will go downstairs and help with mending.
Yep. You guys go ahead, and with the last of the holes kind of patched up for now, the deckhands start to get buckets of water and begin a little conga line to dump it off the side of the boat. As you can even see faint glimpses of moonlight as the clouds kind of clear up a little bit.
Nice.
And we will end the encounter there.
I'm glad I took that lightning bolt and not someone else.
That lightning bolt would have killed most of the crew.
Oh, it would have killed me.
Would have taken out Zerthus. I'm outright killed.
Yeah, not
Zerthus.
Oh, I'd be dropped. I would be dropped.
I would have made it, but it would have hurt. Definitely would have hurt.
I think
I
Rebel
rolled it.
dropped as well.
It was nice, and it went from like it went from 1 and then rolled to the 8, and I was like, oof. Okay.
Did it do 58 damage? Something?
It does 8d12 damage.
And what was the damage that it did though for the 51?
56.
Oh, that's one less than my max hit points.
Yeah, and I have 68, so it would have really hurt.
Zerthus, it would have dropped you at that point. You were at 34.
I got slammed into a boat.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to sleep now and get water because I
imagine my
Drink.
goblin has a new haircut.
It doesn't have any hair. It's got
Not anymore.
that comical like hair all standing up. And even as he's climbing back down, as he like walks past you, you can feel the hairs on your own arms standing up from the static electricity. And he's like, Captain, me sleep little bit.
Yeah, go to bed there, buddy.
He kind of stumbles in.
Stay away from the silverware. I'm sorry, the cutlery.
Yeah. You hear a shriek from below as he walks past somebody and brushes against them. And it shocks him, but other than that, he survived. Lucky fucking goblin.
He's lucky I can cast Cure Wounds from range now.
Yep. What would everyone like to be doing? Try to get a rest in?
I'm gonna do a once over on the ship, and then we'll switch
Warwick.
out the crew.
Yeah, Warwick's still mending.
I'm gonna go around and cast some prestidigitation on people to like dry them up.
It's still
Right.
raining.
Oh, it's still raining. I don't hear the rain anymore. I thought it stopped.
It's just not storming anymore. It's still raining.
It's no
It's
longer
just gonna
a
kind of-
thundering, battering thunderstorm. It's now just more of a gentle
Yeah,
rain.
I'm below deck. I'm gonna dry everyone that's below deck.
Everyone's wet from ankles down.
Yeah.
So, what's his face gets 4, and Ravens gets 8.
Oh yeah, Warwick will also pass out healing where necessary.
I double
Ramos
checked.
is just going to kind of wrap up his hands, considering the friction burns.
Is anyone still hurt? Zerthus and Revels, I think?
Yeah, Revos took a beat. Not too bad.
So-
He's had worse.
Nothing. I basically gave
Second
him-
level on Zerthus. Why did it not roll it? That sucks.
Might hit the wrong button.
No, it's Cure Wounds. It asked me for what level I wanted to do it. Okay, hold on. It's 2d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Yep. Give me half a second. I'm gonna refill my glass of water. You
So
guys
2d8.
discuss what you want to do next.
So I roll 2d8 plus 5. So as you get healed for 20. And I will also heal Revels. Let's see if I remove Cure Wounds and then add it again. Maybe it does it then.
Damn, that's a good roll.
That was a very good roll. It was literally one off max. This is for Revels. Now it does it. So Revels gets healed for 17.
Alright.
17.
Yeah, 13 plus the higher cast level of 4. It was a 5 plus 4 plus 5.
Yeah. I just Beyond makes it one roll and 20 doesn't. It's stupid. Only.
Oh, sorry, it was an 8 actually. Yeah, this one, roll 20 makes it 2 rolls. 2 things. I don't know.
Yeah, just do it once over on the ship and swap out crew. But, I know I need a nap. I know Revels definitely needs a nap.
Actually, Rebos is feeling kind of spry after that.
Another towel?
But Rebos would definitely like to rest up.
I can see why you said that too much.
Long rest or short rest?
We're past the bad part of the storm. Everyone can go to bed.
Yeah, it's more about role playing. No, I just need to rest kind of thing, not
Oh,
necessarily.
you guys
a
are
mechanic
already
thing.
healed up, so I don't need to. play anyway.
I mean, who knows what else will happen. Ew.
No need for a song of rest.
You guys do whatever you want to do. I'm back.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll take long rests.
Long rest. Woo.
I like how in the chat it says long rest for Kelric, and then underneath the icon it says surface. Maybe we should change that.
Right. That'd be good.
I cannot change the token name.
Oh, speaking
No,
of which,
presence has to do that.
Warwick doesn't have a health bar.
That's because he's not real.
He does for me, but
But
then
not
that needs
for
to be
us.
shared by Prez as well. Because I can't do that.
Yeah, there we are.
Oh, by the way, when I was hit with the hardest hit, my health went down to 50 from 72. So I was fine.
Can you please put up the towel?
Good work, everybody. Knew we could get through this one just fine.
Good work, guys.
I'm just fixing characters.
You know what?
By the way.
Another towel?
Oh yeah, I can't look.
We're grabbing another towel.
Well, I'll wait for him to get back, but you guys get your long rest in through the night. People sailing on just as they do. Slowly, people begin to change, from below deck to above deck, switching out the crews, and people even start to talk amongst each other.
What are they talking about?
The huge fucking giant that was able to carry a cannon by its carry a cannon over and just place it back down.
It's often I put them down.
Revos is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, he is.
Like the lightning caller.
Ooh! World with the lightning bolt.
They also called D Lightning's best friend, who made sure that it didn't make a call to Warwick. Poor D.
Well,
Struck with lightning.
except for that one poor goblin that got hit.
What are you doing, Rob? I thought. No.
Alright, my jaw's still in pain. I'm trying to take care of it.
Your jaw is in pain.
Yeah, he had his wisdom tooth.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it sounded like you said job. His job is in pain. What?
Yes, job.
That was one of the worst things that ever happened to me. I was like in delirium for like 5 days. Like literally. I've never blacked out in my life, but back then I blacked out. I don't remember shit.
Yeah, I've had multiple because I was dealing with like an infected wisdom tooth. Like a half a decade ago, and like I literally had women tell me that they would rather like have go through childbirth again multiple times than deal with a wisdom tooth issue.
Yeah.
Yep. I might have to get it removed, and that's just gonna be a pain. Ooh.
Literally.
My wisdom teeth were removed preemptively after they found out that one of them was hollow.
So, here's a good way to interrupt everyone's time. Have you all played the dice rolling game that you do for D&D? You know, people usually stack dice.
Mm-hmm.
I got one worse. Starting with a D4, keep rolling it until you get the highest on it, which will be a 4. Once you get the highest on the 4, take out your D6, roll that. If at any point you roll below the highest, you have to re-roll
Start
starting from
over?
the bottom. Yep.
Yeah,
That's nothing.
that sounds like my tickle.
I don't hate myself that much.
I'm
I'm not bored that much.
Yes, you are.
Alexia's gonna do it right
I
now.
just got to a D8. I did the D8, and then I got a 9 and a D10.
One go. Now the D6. Nope, gotta start over. That's a 4. That's a 1. 4.
Anyway, now that I gave you this terrible game that no one wants to play, but will inevitably start playing.
just stop rolling that one.
I ain't doing it.
True.
I
mean,
Well, that's D&D, everybody. We're playing this dice shit now.
Yeah. So, quick question: do you really have to roll the D4? Because you're just basically waiting until the D4 happens.
Yeah, and then you have to do it with the D6, then the D8, then the D10, then the D10 plus, and then the D12, and then the D20. My God, you guys are loud. I could hear each and every one.
That's just her.
I got dice for my birthday. Before my birthday.
Oh yeah, I can share them. Oh, nice.
Yeah, show the. Wait, you haven't shown them the picture yet?
No, I haven't. Hold on.
Oh, so I bought like the off a Humble bundle. They did like a Pathfinder.
Okay, so now
Bundle.
the D10, yeah.
A humble bundle, go on.
And like the part of the $50 bundle was like you get all the PDF core books, but you also get like the physical like beginner's adventure box. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. So then I go to redeem it, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, that's going to be like an extra $15 shipping. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, whatever. It's I'll pay for it. And I just got it last night, and it included a set of dice, and it is the crappiest looking set of dice I have ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, God, like, I've never, like, I can't even really call it generic because they just look so bad.
How do they look?
Are they so bad they're good, or are they just so bad they're bad?
Jen, where's the, oh, Jen put it away and she said she's not taking it out. Basically, imagine like regular dice you buy from a game shop, like, and then imagine like the kiddie version of that. It's just like bright colors, really like soft edges, and like the numbers aren't even really well painted in or anything like that.
I shared the picture in this
Yeah. So how far did Present say he got? What? To a
D10.
I need.
Almost got to D10.
Oh, I got to the D10. I want to beat you. I already got to the D10. Like that was rather easy. But...
Back to D&D. You can continue the dice game later.
Right?
So, come the next morning, Renard will go up to Tristane and kind of shake his hand and go, "My captain, wonderful crew you got there. Not
Oh,
sure
Captain,
we would have
big
suffered a
captain."
much better fate without him."
My son can really pick him. Right, because this is Sildor's party. I'm just visiting.
Oh, yeah, true.
Where to now, Captain?
What's the city where we're going? Presents.
Beltildir.
It's in Ebrangs, but I don't think we have a city name.
No, we did.
No, we do.
Did we? Oh yeah, Canlador.
Yeah, on to there.
Ken Lador.
You could go ahead and roll 50 miles if you want.
I'm still on the ship.
Rolling 50 miles.
Really? I took you guys to region map.
Yeah, on the region map.
Go to start.
Hmm?
Go to region map.
No, I'm still on the ship. Let me do the thing. Julie, do the thing.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah. For everyone who doesn't know, I have a set of lapis lazuli dice.
Oh,
I hate you.
they're actually made of lapis.
Supposedly.
Oh man,
I
Jesus
mean, they better be
Christ!
for what I paid
Just
for them.
Oh, did you buy them for them, Nick?
I bought myself obsidian dice, and then there was lapis dice, so I was like, well, I have to get that for presents.
damn. That's like so jealous.
I mean, come on, it's lapis.
I know.
I saw them, and I was like, I have to get these, right? Like, there's no choice. They're lapis dice. I have to. Presents needs to own these things.
Mm.
They're very weighty, which is once you roll them, they stop rolling. They don't roll far.
I mean, it's lapis. Quite.
Yeah.
It's literally a gemstone. So
Yeah.
it makes...
It's a mineral.
I'm honestly scared to roll the obsidian ones. I don't want to chip them.
I actually did chip these a little bit already because I rolled them without realizing it. So I now roll them only on soft.
Only on like you have to roll them on like silk or velvet.
Right.
For leather.
Roll 20's being a little bitch. So how about someone else moves us 50 miles?
Sure.
Okay, how do we do that?
Yeah, roll 20 is being a bitch for me as well. It's rather slow right now.
Move us in the direction of Sildar.
You can get underneath the H.
Underneath the H.
I'll move.
And I'm back.
There we go.
Haha. Just
Wait, I'm still at the ship. Are you guys all at the...
Yep, we're at the map.
Yeah, we're at the region map.
Alright, I'll reload.
I'm gonna reload as well.
Yeah, it's being a real see you next Tuesday kind of place.
And roll 20 is not loading. Wonderful.
Yeah, I had to close the tab and open a new one.
Oh, nice. Now the map is complete. Oh, never mind.
Patience.
Well, you can still use your D&D Beyond. Does it still roll, or does it need to be open with...
Oh no, you can hit buttons, it should still work. It's just...
roll me, survival. Christine.
Come on.
Oh.
Oof.
They can't all be good, but, I mean, that's disappointing.
Can I use Flash of Genius on this?
Yeah.
Nice. Get a +5.
Yay!
Yep, you continue on your merry way, sailing.
I was gonna say, do I get advantage because it's my ship?
It's a reaction.
You can go ahead and move another... This is the third day of your sail. You can move another 50.
Wait, this is my favorite terrain.
Another
You're
50.
using a ship.
Oh, it's survival using the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not letting you move twice as fast in a ship.
Here. Move him.
Boop.
Someone else did.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Is
Teamwork.
he supposed to be here, or is he supposed to be down here?
think it's Ken
I think it was Beltodere.
Beltodere? Oh, okay. Oh,
But Ken Ladere is more of the, you know.
Yeah, Beltodere is the capital.
Right.
It's the capital, but it's also inland, where Ken Ladere would at least be coastal.
Yeah, but there would be like a dock place nearby.
And why exactly did you guys decide to go through Senelith's territory?
We didn't. This isn't
This is-
Senelith's territory.
This is Everreach Bay.
Yeah.
That's where.
Senelith's territory is Senelith Bay.
This is territory.
You're misremembering, I think.
Wait, didn't Senelith escape Senelith Bay, and wasn't that the whole issue?
Well, he's trying to get out, and
I thought he used to be imprisoned in. Oh
What
no!
used to be
Wait,
imprisoned
that-
in Senelith Bay?
well, he's not imprisoned. He's just, God, what's my dude's name? Thrum.
Wait, I have all this written.
Yeah.
Thrum, like guards the channel that the fuck is it? He guards the Chambalt channel. so
No,
that Senelith
Thrum
doesn't
has
get out.
receded because Gull was slain, and so Gull was slain in the Everreach Bay, which is why Thrum has receded, which means Senelith channels are open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The channel is open.
channel.
If it was dangerous to cross Everreach Bay, you guys might have had a lot worse. of a
No,
time
I get
crossing.
it now. Thrum used to be in Everreach Bay, but he's not anymore because he has. I mistook Thrum for Senelith.
Yeah, no, Thrum's the
No
guy.
worries.
Woohoo! More sales.
I only remember that one of them was here.
Let's say, look at me.
Well, do we need another survival or?
think so.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still dealing with this damn ache.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No worries. We'll go for about 3.5 hours today. I don't
Better
think I
than
want to do
7.
too much.
Do you have painkillers?
I'm not going to be taking painkillers. They make me feel cottony in the mouth. That's
Add another
more
5 to
distasteful.
it.
15. Woo.
Yep, you can move another 50. You guys are now in clear weather, just cloudy, but the sun does peek through.
We're almost there. Can see the land.
Oh, land ahoy!
Hey, Ravos, look, a horizon.
Yes. Ravos, give me a
Nice.
survival roll. It's been a few days while you were at sea. I know what Ravos is doing.
Are we gonna message Sildar that we're coming soon?
Wait, do you mean a constitution rather than survival? Or you mean for the last leg?
From
I am
Ravos
just
survival.
not good with fishing in this part of the world.
Oh, Ravos. Just wanted to catch a tuna.
Ravos, while throwing in your fishing spear, which is just a normal spear, you pull back just a rope. Your spear sinks down into Everreach Bay, and you'll have to go buy a new fishing spear. You didn't throw your glaive in there. You just, used regular spear. It's deep water. You didn't really want to risk it.
It's now never reached Bay.
No, still Everreach, if you'll ever reach it. It is sad times indeed, and it will set you back about, what, 5 gold? I forget how much a spear is. It's pittance. It's pittance for you.
Yeah, with all that money he just throws at booze, I'm thinking.
So shall we send a message to Sildar
It's
that we're
one
coming?
gold piece for a spear.
Sildar would be aware, because Janet has been doing sendings with Tristane this whole time, so now, she's doing it with Sildar.
As you guys approach and see the coastal city, they do get a few of the dinghies, and you get rowed ashore, where You guys eventually get off, and within a couple of minutes, make your way to a small dwarven settlement, where you approach a bar, or no, you make your way to a small settlement, and Sildor is waiting for you because it's been a while.
Yeah. I'm back, Pivot.
He's back.
Back.
Sildor's back. Do 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 do. Sildor.
Oh god.
And I kind of will need to prep the next leg, so you guys can talk amongst yourself, or we could take a 5-minute bio break.
Take a little break.
A break sounds good, although it wouldn't be a bio break for me, it would be a chips and salsa break.
Still bio break.
Okay, let's
Still
take a.
Food is needed.
You guys. Let me know when you're ready. Next.
Oh, I'm here. I hit the
Okay. You guys go ahead and depart off of Tristane's ship, the Young King, and make your way into the city.
Where's Tristan?
Finding out where Sildor is, he told you he'd meet you at the Prancing Pony, which is a small little bakery
Oh,
where they serve you hot breads and delicious food right there. Oh, Tristane's also joining?
Oh, he's gonna go see his son before he leaves.
Yeah,
Or doesn't.
tomato potato. You're one of many sons.
Tomato kumquat,
And walk.
He's
Now,
dropped
tomato,
anchor
potato.
in many ports.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there.
as long as we don't burn silver.
Yep. Wasting no time, Bjorn will enter, because that is a Bjorn thing to do. Oh, he also demands Agneta comes in.
Yeehaw.
yeah.
Sildor, it is so good to see you.
Hey, it's Hesbjorn. Oh, look, Agneta's still alive.
You sound so
She's
enthusiastic.
alive. She's Agneta, the smartest and bravest of all my loves. The only one too. So,
You guys gonna leave Sildor alone with him in here? Or are you coming into?
I'm clearly debating whether or not I want to go in there.
Warwick is going in.
I'm also going.
It's funny because he has never seen Warwick before.
Sildor, this is Warwick, and that is Tristane, but you probably met Tristane already.
I did.
Go with
Hey, Dad.
Yes, I can make you go in.
Silver, how have you been?
Adriana's yelling at me from outside the.
No, I just had to move her still.
Oh, okay.
She asked how you've been.
Alive. War's not fun.
So, who else is in this tavern apart from nobody?
I've walked in, so I'm here.
Oh,
There's just the baker and the
okay.
baker's son, who kind of come up to greet you with warm wheat bread with a thick slab of butter on each.
Warwick doesn't eat.
Smells good.
Although he doesn't really know. He hasn't smelled any.
Ravo's having a conversation with that horse's backside, or is he?
I didn't even notice that the map changed.
So how has the war effort been going?
Not as good as the dwarfs want to say it is.
So the dwarves are saying it's going well?
They're too stubborn to admit that it's not. The moment the invading army is busy bickering amongst themselves, they are made up of, the less intelligent creatures of the land. But they've
Have
pushed
you
us back
gotten
past the
stronger?
mountains. You what?
Have you gotten stronger?
I sure hope so.
I want to know what new tricks he has up his sleeve.
Other than having Gift talk to you from across the continent?
Yes.
Well, we lost Lysander.
Yeah, Alexander.
We knew lost him. We just, did you leave him on the other shore?
He went with his sister. They went back north, I think.
As far as I understood, he went back to family home. There was an emergency.
Yeah, what the Warwick said.
And Xerxes is not Xerxes.
At a different time. We're talking about where Lysander now.
No. Adriana brought it up.
When is a door
Yeah.
not a door? When it's a Xerthus.
Adriana brought it up. I did.
When
That's
it's a
no.
mimic.
Well, we found out that Xerxes is actually not called Xerxes, but what was it, Eldrick?
Keldrick.
Keldrick.
A long ass conversation we don't need to be having right now.
I feel like we should have the slighter shorter conversation. Dad, I got a feeling you don't want to stay here too long.
Christine kind of gives a nod.
I was waiting for Nex to answer himself.
Me too. Just waiting for Nix to have two different personalities rolling around in his head.
I got plenty of personalities in my head. This is not one of them. There's enough voices already. I don't need to add more.
All the voices in my head tell me happy birthday. It's not my birthday.
So, what's the current situation?
Alright, the person behind the bar. You are with the war? Goddamn blasted bullshit is all it is. Got miles of refugees headed up from the south. Can't even hold on to their own fortresses.
Speaking of which, did you guys manage to get any help?
Yes, we did. There should be around like 233 people coming.
That's a decent number of people.
They didn't all fit on the boat.
It would be hard to get that many people on a ship. Yeah.
What? Where from? The guy kind of pipes up. Nosy as he can be, he's been eavesdropping this entire time.
The Elven lands.
They said 200 elves.
Yeah, yes.
Of course. Probably not any good. I always like to make a sign to help, but they never actually help.
It depends on what we're fighting. Speaking of which, what are we fighting?
Legions of orcs, scorpers, and canites. Goblins included.
Yep. Yep.
You're talking 10 of 10,000s.
10 of 10,000s.
So like
Yeah.
100,000?
He kind of shrugs. The fuck do I know?
I don't know.
He's a baker, not a general.
Well, the baker decided to insert himself into the conversation, so.
Yeah, it did.
I'm a Jim, I'm a baker, not a general.
So Sildar part of are part of a mercenary squad, or like what's your position in this war?
Why are you here and why did we come after you?
Those were all good questions that Presence and I didn't flush out too strongly.
I was
You got called, and you know your own purpose is to slay Senelit.
Yeah, during the winter, Sildor was stopping attempts to destroy the food supply, right? Because that would have been bad. And during the actual active fighting parts, he was partly fighting in the chaos and partly like going after squiggle shits, like stopping him from whatever he was trying to do. What the hell is his name? I keep calling him squiggle shits because it's fun.
Let's go with it until we.
The guy with the really cool name.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Hold on,
Yeah.
let me pull him up.
Rifles had a vision of him when he drank booze.
Riptide, War Priest, Squiggle Spit Tsunami.
Yeah, squiggle shit.
Yep.
Just divination magic work on him. Like we can just like knock this out of the ballpark real quick.
You guys have all of the divination.
Yeah, that's true.
Sildor, roll investigation.
Investigation. Oh wait, I gotta pull up the other sheet. Hold on.
I pulled the other character sheet.
I have to pull up the other sheet.
Been a while.
Right? I've only been pulling it up to level him and then not use any of his skills.
So,
Loading.
you see.
Loading more.
Loading. Keep them pages loading.
Loading.
Oh my god, it's so nice to have a +2 intelligence again.
Sildor knew of at least 3 war priests, known to sink ships dragging them down to a watery grave. Their energies can lift tides, create massive waves, and even control currents. But their massive psionic abilities are what makes them a true threat. Squigglespit Tsunami is among the most powerful war priests ever known, a devout follower of his morbid god. His mind works in ways even the most intelligent cannot comprehend, and is gifted with the powerful psionics that made him rise to the top.
So he's a mind flayer.
Yes and no.
He's Presence's world's version of mind flayer.
Oh,
He's just
he's
cool
a,
as shit.
it's a sea creature. Mind
With-
flayers.
With tentacles and psionic abilities.
Now, come on. Mind flayers don't exist. Don't use your delicious mind to think such thoughts. It makes it all meaty and gamey.
So, that's my question, Sildor. Can he be scryed on?
I don't have the ability to try, so I don't know.
The dwarves don't have, like, mages or anything that's tried this?
I mean, they have mages. I don't know if they've tried. I'm not in on the Upper War Council. I just...
Okay.
Squiggle
So-
shows up and I go and try to stop him from pushing.
Has the death of the king had any effect on the war effort here?
It's certainly hurt morale.
Uh,
It's also made the king over here paranoid as fuck.
So,
well, you might have a good reason.
what are we doing? Like-
Bringing an army of 200 elves, apparently.
Yeah, that's gonna take, like, a week or something.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna take a
Well-
while.
So what do we want to do in the meantime? You've been here for, like, the winter and most of the spring, as we've been, like, traversing across the world.
There's an assignment that's coming up in a day or two. I was told I would be given the details when you guys got here. I've been waiting for my backup.
Oh, you've backup. That's nice. So once again, we find an elder vampire level threat, we'll have backup.
Nice way to talk yourself out of this next.
Well, Presence isn't ready for it, so I'm just winging it.
Yeah,
No, this is all... Dex, you're doing great. I love it.
keep going.
Yes.
Tr-
I
You
have,
can
like-
keep making shit up.
Tristane does want to go, but he also wants to make an offer. He wants... Timmy can stay with us and keep hunting hags and being part of the party, or he can go with Sildor and be a sailor. I mean,
So-
Tristane and
Me
be
with
a sailor.
Tristan.
Let's
Maybe
I
we
think
can say,
we could release Timmy to do what he wants, because I don't think we should bring Timmy into this war.
Well, that's why I'm presenting an option to the DM and party that he can go with Tristane or he can stay with us.
I actually think it's not a bad idea to have him on the ship for a while.
yeah. I agree, I don't want Timmy in a war. He's young and he's been good and he's seen shit, but war is war.
He's already been in one war. We don't need to put him into another one.
Well,
Yeah.
There's also his personal opinion, which is where presence comes in. Like, what does Timmy want to do? Guess we could try to sway him one way or the other. I don't know.
We can always just knock his ass out and just get him to Tristan. That's also an option.
Wow. That's just... Wow.
We've
Oh,
been
gee.
giving Timmy choices all this time. We're not just gonna rob him of a choice now.
Yeah.
It is
He's a-
up to the party what he chooses, because he looks to you all as guidance.
That's a terrible idea.
Um,
So we're setting
except for Hughesbjorn.
That's a
Well,
slightly better.
Good choice.
He does.
But he does listen to Agnieta. Agnieta's got a good firm head on her shoulders.
Well, I think
He's got his
Timmy-
personal thing of wanting to murder the hags, but at the same time, war is war, and Tristane is kind of like dad at this point.
Also, we don't know if there's hags down here.
I think, Timmy, that going with Tristane would be good. Tristan can keep on teaching you. If you want to take revenge on the hags, you have to grow stronger. And I think this is it's better for you to stay alive so you can continue growing stronger and then take your revenge on the hags than die in a war effort. So I would advise you to go with Tristan. But of course, it is up to
What about everyone else? Right, everyone give their 2 cents.
Well, I said give him to Tristan. Like, this is a bad idea to bring him into war of this size. Of there might be 100,000 enemies, and then 3 psionic heathen warfists.
I think you're suddenly super silent though. Already up to before.
I might be talking quietly. Does this sound better?
Yes.
It does.
Okay. I will speak slightly louder.
I mean, you don't have to yell, but
I'm not.
Sorry.
I've got to get out of like the lower register part of my voice.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, we should send Timmy with Tristan.
Well, I do believe that.
I actually like the idea of keeping him with us, but
Warwick, you don't get a vote here. You're new. You've been here like a week and 3 days.
Fair.
No offense, but you've been here like a week and 3 days.
Fair.
Right? Yeah, we rated the house. It was 3 days and then we did a week.
did we even have the conversation of Warwick coming with us, or did he just start following us?
Yep. We did have that conversation while it was you, me, leader of the wildlings, and Revelous in the woods. As we made the demon chicken, Warwick decided to come with us because he wanted.
Oh, right, I remember.
For justice.
Robot. So do we have a robot now?
For justice.
For justice.
I hear there's a leak.
Timmy will look up, kind of looking to Tristan, and he kind of nods a little solemnly and goes, well, I'll miss you guys, but it is what's best. And he kind of looks at Revos. Will you teach me how to fish when you come back?
Just kind of like goes to try to like grab a spear from his back, realizing, oh crap, okay, I lost it. Yeah, you betcha. I'll even get you your own fishing spear.
You promise?
Promise, or else dunk me in the river with 2 hands tied behind my back.
He'll put out a hand. Shake?
Revos puts out his hand, although it probably completely engulfs
You could
Timmy's.
like his whole forearm in one handshake, but he shakes your hand, and you feel a twinge of something in your arm, but no bother.
Next time we meet Timmy, Revos is dead.
And somebody had to say it.
We have to say it so it doesn't happen.
We have to say it so that way we're all on the same page of keeping you alive to fulfill some child's dream.
Yeah.
You don't want to make Timmy upset now, do you?
It's like the guy says to keep, hang on to that bottle, we'll drink it when we get back, and then he never comes back.
Exactly. Saying that you're going to be dead by then is actually unjinxing the jinx.
See, I know what I'm doing. I do magic.
He knows about curses. He's uncursed it.
Yeah, I know about curses.
If there's anyone who knows about curses, it's Timothy.
With the new horizon, a war just on your doorstep, and a completely new nation, the fourth? Somewhere or other, several numbers later.
Hold on.
Fifth.
We've had
Fifth.
one. We've had Cadian. No, we didn't. We had Athana. That was the first one.
You went to Acadian. You went Athana, and then you went. Well, you sort of skirted around Skorara, but you didn't really go there.
We also went all the way to, what is it, Asho? Or is it Totra, technically?
You didn't go to Totra.
We went to the Bonnog Reservoir.
Oh, right. You went to Asho. Right.
Yeah, we went to Asho. Technically...
Then you went to Revos's tribes.
Yes.
You went to Cadian. Then you went all the way to Alcrius.
We went to the
To
east,
Swan-
yeah, that's Prarius, yeah.
Photoron, and now Ebrines. You guys have hit almost... You know, you guys should get a little travel log, and I'll stamp it.
Yeah, and technically Warwick has been to Proven.
I'm talking about in the campaign. No one cares where you come from.
Aww. I come from Cadian. I've been there.
We spent where I come from. That's where we spent the last few weeks.
Anyway, with the New Horizon, the war down in Ospen, the party looks to, fighting a fucking war.
Haha.
So, par for the course for us.
Basically. Though, is it bigger stakes or smaller stakes than fighting hags and higher vampires?
We don't know yet. We'll let you know
Well,
after this
If we don't need vampires with stakes.
But Rebels
Uh,
like stakes.
You cut out a whole bunch there.
Oh,
I said if we don't meet vampires, we won't stakes.
if we don't meet vampires, we won't need the stakes.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
I think we like just banished the last vampire we fought. So
Lords.
Yeah. Banished.
the banishment spell was cast and he didn't come back after a minute. So who knows what happened?
I still don't know. I have had vague recollection. So, we'll find out. Well, next time on Tales from My D... No. It's a fantastic series. I love that guy. Just lore everywhere. But yeah, we'll reconvene in a week. I'll see you guys on the 19th.
Thank you for the session.
Yep, send me ideas. I need ideas because